Hello and welcome. It's GBM 6, the last GBM of the semester and of the year. It's April 6th, 2021. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you so much. All the new faces, some older faces, and yeah, moving right into it.
So hello guys. Please give a nice round of applause for our top 3-point earners. Yay. Thank you guys so much for showing up to so many events, for being very involved in FWIB. As a little thank you, please stay after the GBM to choose and collect a prize for being top point earners. And then also we will be hosting a end of the year banquet on April 16th from 6:30 to 7:30. This is an opportunity for you to chat with our e-board, to meet your new e-board, play games. We're going to be doing superlatives. And as a thank you for attending the event, we will be giving out merch bags. So I hope you can make it.
Yes, thank you, Soto. E-board elections are next Tuesday. So exciting, so exhilarating. Also, the application to apply for e-board closes tonight at 11:59. So if you didn't get the chance to apply yet, but you really are looking to run for e-board, make sure that you get your application in. As we did last time, we're going to send the big Google Doc with all the links in it from this whole GBM. And the first couple of links on there are going to be to the point sheet, so you can check how many points you have, and the application link. That way you have it really handy. It's also on our Facebook group and on the link tree of our Instagram. You can see the positions that are available on the left, and then just some general guidelines. You can actually run as a bronze member now. We've changed the requirement. So fall and spring points added together, as long as those equal 12 points minimum, you can run for e-board. Again, the application closes tonight, and then during elections, you'll be required to deliver a presentation about yourself, your qualifications, what makes you suitable for the role, your ideas, all that good stuff. And then you also have the option to slate down. So if, for example, you're running for VP of Marketing, but you're also interested in VP of Community Service and Webmaster, you can slate down in that order. And that's also described in detail on the application itself. Like I said last time, if you have any questions for any of us on eBoard, you can DM us during the GBM. You can message us through GroupMe. You can find us wherever you can find us and send us your questions. We totally are willing to answer those for you. So yes, apply. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So same as last meeting, our meeting's value is personal development. And as we talked about last meeting, personal development is a lifelong process with growth occurring every single day. But that can be kind of daunting to think about, and you might not really know where to start. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you guys some tips to get you started or continue in your personal and professional development journey. So first, if you haven't started yet, if you haven't started putting professional or personal development in your mind, start today. Second is focus on being self-aware in your daily life. Look for new opportunities to grow and challenge yourself every single day. The third would be to challenge yourself, take action, get out of your comfort zone, try new things, face your fears, do those things that you might be a little hesitant for, and you'll see a lot of growth from that. And the fourth is to hold yourself accountable. If you have some specific goals for your personal development journey, make a plan and stick to that. Another really great way to hold yourself accountable is to involve those around you, your friends, your family, or loved ones, in your growth journey. Let them know your goals, and then you're much more likely to hold on to those, and those people can help keep you accountable. That's all I have.
And I know this is the last GBM, so we should all be connected with FWIB already, but if you still haven't joined the GroupMe, definitely scan that QR code and get it in before the summer semester starts and you need some help like enrolling in classes, thinking about professors and all that stuff. That's our Instagram where you can find all the info about everything going on. And so give us a follow if you want to, and stay connected with us.
Once again, a lot of our updates and events and announcements that we make is on our Facebook group and page, which you can scan for the QR code here. We also have our website, which we post our very own GBM recordings and a lot of information on the eBoard ourselves if you are looking for more information on the positions, as well as mentors and everything in between. So get connected with us in these two ways, and we will be welcoming for any questions or information that you further have.
Awesome. So you guys probably heard me say this before, but definitely use the code FWIB for Study Edge. 5% of all purchases you make will go to FWIB. And who doesn't love Study Edge? We use it a lot, so definitely go ahead and do that. And then also follow us on LinkedIn. That's where we put the presentations for our professional development workshops if you can't make it. So definitely go ahead and give us a follow.
Hey guys, so we are still selling shirts. We have our member shirts for $15 and then our women empowerment shirt for $18. And you can own or earn points for owning these t-shirts. And you can also Venmo Maddie if you are looking to buy one of those. And next week we'll have our last member shirt and women empowerment shirt delivery on Thursday, the 15th from 1 to 2 p.m. And I'm going to post on Facebook and also in the group me chat the link to all of that as well.
Hello, I don't have many finance updates for today, but just reach out, ask people to donate to our GoFundMe. And again, if you are one of those top point earners, please stay after the meeting so I can show you some cool prizes.
Alrighty, hi everyone. So now for community service announcements. So since it's the end of the semester and finals are around the corner, next Thursday from 5:30 to 6:15, we're gonna be writing positivity notes. So we're gonna be doing notes virtually for nurses and doctors and other workers at Shands, as well as making like physical notes to hang around the libraries or anywhere around campus. And then for the Velo reading program, I'm gonna share a document. So last GBM we had a poll, and if you guys responded yes, or if you're interested in it now, please fill out this PDF and send it to my email. Chat, there it is. And if you weren't here last GBM, I'll explain really quick. So it's basically going to be a reading program one-on-one with either a first grader or a kindergartner. It's going to be from 4:45 to 5:15, so it's only 30 minutes. It's going to be virtual, and it's every Monday, or if you can't do every Monday, every other Monday, or however often you can do it, but it's always going to be on a Monday. So if you have any questions about that, let me know and I'll try my best to answer. And now I will pass it over to Maddie.
I think I'll go ahead and do professional announcements. First off, I just wanted to thank everyone who came out to the Diving Deep into Diversity event. I think it was really helpful to just hear from people in the workplace, and I'm hoping you guys thought it was valuable as well. And then our last workshop of the semester is this Friday from 4 to 4:45 on personal branding. So hopefully you guys can make it, and if not, I should have that deck shortly after on LinkedIn. I think you went the wrong way. Go one more slide.
So
Madison, if you want to talk about.
yeah,
Okay.
go.
Oh yeah, so guys, I don't know if anyone else has seen this feature on 1.uf, but there's a Gators volunteer feature where they list on-campus and off-campus volunteer opportunities. So, and they have all the contact information for anyone you want to contact those volunteer opportunities. But just two here is American Red Cross, which has opportunities even related to communications, finance, and leadership, and the hours vary, so it's pretty open. And then there's also Elder Care of I always pronounce this wrong, Alachua County, and you can assist at their meal sites, or even there's a place called Al's Place, which helps residents who have Alzheimer's, and you can help them serve lunch or just help them with daily activities.
Helena, if you want to, you can take this over.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, so I have two opportunities for you this week. The first one will be the 100 Women in Finance webinar, where it'll just talk about insight into the different careers in finance from very diverse perspectives. And the participants in the webinar would give their advice and answer a lot of questions to the audience at the end. If you guys go ahead and click this link, it'll take you to Hire Warrington. And from there, you can actually submit your questions ahead of time just to make sure that they're really asked if you do plan to attend the webinar. And then the participants that will be speaking to you include an investment banking or an investment fund manager, a private equity executive, and a portfolio manager. Definitely people high up in the organization. And then the second opportunity for you guys is the Mckenzie and Company operations webinar, where they're going to talk a lot about the different industries and service lines that they deal with as a company, as well as including a lot of information about their manufacturing and supply chain, product development, procurement, capital excellence, and service operations consulting, all the different things that they do in those different fields. And this is specifically geared towards people who self-identify in certain minority groups that are definitely underrepresented historically in business, which includes women, LGBTQ+, Black, Hispanic, Latinos, or Latinx, sorry, and Indigenous people. So I think this would be a great opportunity for any FWIB member to really explore what Mckenzie has to offer. This one will be on April 9th, and then the day before is that 100 Women in Finance webinar. So definitely, if you're interested, jump on it soon, because this is happening in the next couple of days.
So as always, make sure if you haven't already to upload your resume to FWIB's resume book. It's a great way to get your resume out there so that we can send it to our corporate sponsors.
Internal development announcements. So our next and final general body social is this Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. We're going to be having a fun little trivia night. The Zoom link is already on Facebook if you want to check it out. And one final perhaps announcement for our mentor mentees. It's still like in the works, but be on the lookout in the group me in case I send out a announcement or something regarding a potential in-person social / fundraiser tentatively to be held on Friday, April 16th in the afternoon, potentially at Juice Bar / Plaza. This is all potentially because everything's still up in the air, but it's perhaps happening. So just be on the lookout. That's all I got for that.
And today we are talking about sustainability and UF. I just want to start off by saying that, you know, we have the Sustainability Initiative and committee going on here at FWIB, but there are a lot of organizations that exist on campus that also focus on green and sustainability initiatives, such as like there's Thrift Club, there's Gators Go Green, Gators Going Green? Yes, Gators Going Green, and like Warrington Goes Green, all that stuff. There's a new one, I think, that's also like it brings in sustainability and tech together. I think it's going to get their ball rolling next year, but it's called Green STEM, if anybody's interested in that. That's also really cool one that I've heard about recently. But for today's topic, I want to focus on, in general, on sustainability in UF and the things that UF as a school has been doing to be sustainable. So one thing going on in the next slide is the Green Gator Graduation Cord Challenge, which throughout your time at UF, if you earn 10 points, you can receive a green graduation cord from UF, and you can earn points for different things, but it's all listed on the website, and they are all just like sustainability related things. I think if you get a major or a minor, they count for a good number of points, but just like doing things such as like volunteering at a sustainability related event, or like organization, which I'm sure some of the things that we've done at FWIB would count for that. Like writing a sustainability related article that's published in like the Alligator, the Sun for like students in the J School or anything like that. Just different little things, but that's like, if you want to check out the resources, it's online, and that's something really cool that I don't know if a lot of people know about, but that could be done, like that could be practiced throughout your entire 4 years, or whenever you can get those 10 points done and get that cord. Some more things going on at UF include the fact that dining halls have been foam free since fall of 2011, which is a decade ago. So that's like not a new thing, but that's also just like a huge step forward. It was, you know, like the waste that's created from food and the dining halls, all that stuff. There was a huge percentage of the waste being created at UF as a whole. And the Gators Beat Waste Station, which some of you might be familiar with at the Rights, is an initiative they started in 2019. Where they well, if you've seen it, you know what it is. It's right in front of the Boyle and the Starbucks at the rights, but it encourages people to separate their waste into different sections so that it can be either like composted or thrown away or recycled as it should be. And one other one that might be less popular or less known around Gainesville is that there is a student bike rental program. It encourages students. It was a partnership between the Transportation and Parking Services and the Office of Sustainability to provide students with a form of transportation, but also to reduce like carbon gas emissions from like taking the bus, or even though the bus is a good option, but or like driving your car on campus. And you're basically students are allowed to rent bikes on a semester by semester basis. It's starting at $40 for one semester, and I think the price just get like better for the longer that you rent it. It comes with a bike, a lock, a helmet, all that stuff. And there's just a lot of ways that UF is practicing sustainability, and they're just working on it more and more as the years go by. And if you look on their Office of Sustainability website, there's a lot of resources to learn about it. I learned like 10 minutes ago in the Sustainability Committee that dorms actually have shower timers, which I think is a great way that they're practicing sustainability. And if you want to learn more, you could definitely reach out to me and chat about that. But there's a whole lot of stuff going on at UF, and I just wanted to highlight some of the bigger programs that we could all like put in, like use ourselves and learn more about. So,
All right, and with that, we're into our final FWIBtivity. This week it is 6-word self-story, which is just a fancy way of being like, kind of like the whole like if my life was like the title of like a chapter of a book kind of thing. But do it in 6 words, so that's your challenge. So hopefully that made sense. That's what I got for y'all.
All right, everyone. So now we're at the point of the GBM where our speakers present, which is super exciting. Tonight we have 2 speakers. We're going to be hearing from Study Edge, and then we're also going to be hearing from Bank of America. So David with Study Edge is here, and feel free to take over.
All righty. How's it going, guys? So if I had to guess, just from the number of familiar names that I see in the participants, I think a lot of you guys probably already know who I am. But for those of you that don't, my name is David. I work at Study Edge as a tutor / study expert / replacement for lecturer. What I do is I keep up with all of the business classes that students are enrolled in, and I condense the material to help you get through those classes with the most focused attention that you can. And that way I can help people through classes like accounting, and especially finances is the big one that I do. Because those classes can be a bit of a nightmare if you're on your own or leaning very heavily on the professors. They're a lot of times they can feel a little bit out of touch, or like they're not quite preparing us exactly for what's in the class. But that's what we do. For those of you that don't know, we cover a lot of the sort of low-level classes that freshmen and sophomores and a lot of juniors take. Here I've got bolded out all of the business courses. I cover pretty much all of these. Honestly, these are pretty much all of my classes, but I personally also work on a little bit of chemistry and biology and math as well, because that's what I originally went to school for. So yeah, we cover a bunch of classes. What we do is we offer weekly reviews to kind of go over what you were supposed to learn in lecture that week, and provide you with practice problems and all that kind of stuff. And then before the exam, we have a big old exam review where we also give you more practice problems, mock exams, opportunities to ask us questions 24/7, like office hours with our study experts, all that kind of good fun stuff. And it's a really, really great way for you to get through some of these harder classes that are really, really tough without the help. So we work on a membership model. What's really cool is that a membership just recharges every month, and it covers all of your classes. So if you're in accounting and calc and finance, all of those get covered by a single membership. It's really, really great. And then on top of that, if you use the code FWIB, like they mentioned earlier, 5% of your purchase will go back to FWIB at the end of the semester. And that's really, really great. That way you're supporting the group as well. That's super cool. Well, the way that we deliver our material is, well, nowadays mostly online through the apps that we have on Android and iPhone and in the web, which uses like Facebook login, just so we can verify that you're like a real human being and not some Russian bot trying to steal our content or anything. But outside of that, I do a lot of reviews in person with social distancing and masks and everything at our building. But even if you're not comfortable doing that, you can still pick up like our packets and our study guides and talk to customer service staff at our building. We're located right behind all the bars. So if any of you have ever been to Middletown, you know where we're at, and you know where to find us. But we got lots of fun stuff going on there, and everything's nice and safe and sanitized and all that kind of good stuff. We're not like all of our neighbors who look the other way when rules are broken and whatnot. But anyways.
David, really quick, I don't think we're seeing the slides that you're seeing.
Is it frozen?
We're on the Study Edge slide.
Well, gosh dang it. That is super unfortunate.
The message is still coming across, I promise.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's not anything super interesting. Everything that I'm saying is on our website anyways. So are you guys seeing it now?
1 second, it's still loading for me. If anyone else can see it, let me know.
It's still loading for me too.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. StudyEdge.com/UF. Literally everything is there. The list of courses, the pricing page, everything that I've been mentioning, it's all there. And then the only thing that's in this set of slides that's not on our website is to use the code FWIB, which you already have in your slides, so we're good. But yeah, anyways, we're right across the street behind like Jimmy John's, next to all the bars and everything in Midtown, and it's super easy to get a hold of us anytime. I have a list of study tips here, but I guess you can't really see them. So that's super cool. But, you know, honestly, it's not anything surprising. It's everything that your mom always told you to do when she was yelling at you to go do your homework, you know, put away your phone, drink water, go to sleep at night. I think that's generally more of a guy problem than a girl problem. They just don't want to go to sleep at night because they're stupid. But anyways, all of the normal things that you would expect. Research has shown again and again and again that like the crotchety old things that your mom says are going to help you do better in school she's actually right. Like almost across the board, putting away distractions, turning off your phone, all that kind of stuff really does help. Things that have helped me personally, because I went to school for like 4 different things. I had a double major, double minor. For biology classes, I always found flashcards really helpful. For my math classes, I like whiteboards. I literally have 3 like full-sized whiteboards around my apartment, and I use them regularly for like to-do lists and solving problems and stuff. For business classes, I'm sure you guys know, doing past exam problems, those business professors aren't very creative when they write their exams. They just look at last semesters and do it again, which is a big part of what we do at Study Edge, is help you sort of identify that and practice with that. So that's really helpful. And then for my chemistry classes, weirdly enough, study groups was the big thing that helped me. So whatever classes you're in, however you learn best, for me, I actually found that for whatever subject I was dealing with, different strategies worked better. So honestly, just got to try different things and see what works. And then of course, the bottom line that is common across all of those is that Study Edge will help you a lot. Even if we can't provide you with direct assistance with reviews on a particular class, we can at least give you our context and our sort of decades of experience around these classes and these professors and stuff. So that's super duper cool. Feel free to reach out to us with anything at all, even if it's not a class that we technically cover. I know a lot of people do like the 4.2 and the 5.1 programs for like the MSF and Mac. We're happy to like help you guys cover those classes, because what you'll find is that a lot of times the like 6,000 level version of financial accounting is like almost identical to the 2,000 level version. So we can still help out a lot with those classes. If you want to ever reach out to us with stuff like that, we're happy to help with that kind of stuff as well. Right now, we need people to work for us. You know, we're always looking for smart people to help us actually do the tutoring. But right now we're actually actively hiring for our customer service store manager staff over the summer. So if you're going to be in Gainesville over the summer and you want to come work at Study Edge, definitely hit us up. We're actively looking for that. But more long-term, if you want to just sort of look for sort of tutoring jobs, we're always hiring smart people for that. And the big thing that we really like is the Real Life 101 internship program counts for the Warrington general internship credit. And then it also counts for the marketing internship credit. We recently got that kind of figured out, and we can get the MAR internship credit as well. So that's a really cool way to sort of basically get a free semester of Study Edge and see behind the scenes how we actually work, because it's not magic. It's just a lot of hard work. But yeah, it's a cool way to sort of see behind the curtain a little bit. But like I said, feel free to contact us anytime with anything. My name is David. I work at Study Edge. That's my email. That's it. I'm david@studyedge.com if you ever need anything, or help@studyedge.com, or all these other little things. studyedge.com/UF is really the best way to get a hold of us and find out more about us. And of course, we also have social medias that I've been asked to share. Cool. All right.
Thank you so much,
Oh, yeah.
David. Seriously, if you're a business major or honestly any major and you don't use StudyEdge, use StudyEdge. It's incredible. And use code FWIB so we can get free money. No cost to you for doing that. Just good for us. So great. Teresa, if you want to, yep. Okay, so next up we have Bank of America, which I'm super excited. We've got a whole team of them here to talk to you, answer your questions, tell you about their opportunities. So Richard, if you want to, feel free to take over.
Hey, Olivia, thank you very much. Thank you to the group for having me and my 5 reps from the CFO line of business join you all this evening. I'm not going to be talking to you too long. I'm actually about to just toss it to my one of my team captains, Mindy Robinson. But just, I guess, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Richard Long. I am the designated recruiter for the University of Florida. So all the programs that are offered, summer internship programs that is offered at Bank of America, I would be your point person as you apply. But one of the groups that comes down specifically and recruits at University of Florida is my FMAP CFO group. And so with that kind of an introduction, I will go ahead and introduce Mindy Robinson, who will kind of discuss more of the line of business, day in the life, and then we'll throw it to Q&A a little bit later. So Mindy, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you for having us. We have a really strong group of female UF alumni here tonight. All of us have either been in what we call our FMAP program, or they are currently in the FMAP program, which we will go into a little bit more detail later. So what I thought we could do was just start with introductions, and we'll kind of go around the room here. I have been, again, my name is Mindy Robinson. I have been at the bank for 14 years. I currently support the consumer and wealth management, which is what we call our people businesses of the bank, and their reporting functions. I am located in Charlotte, North Carolina. And more importantly, I am a working mom to a 2-year-old that I hope does not barge in here and interrupt us tonight, but you never know. I know it's not something that you guys are probably thinking about right now, and seriously enjoy all the freedom while you have it, but it is something that some of you will find very important and challenging in the future that I can add a personal perspective on, and how working for a supportive company will be very important in making that decision. So with that, let's just go around the room real quick, and we'll start with Ashley Graff to just do a quick introduction.
Thanks, Mindy. Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley Graff. I'm also in the CFO group with Mindy here. Went through the FMAP program, did the internship, had the 2-year rotational program, which I will talk more on in a little bit here. But I've been with Bank of America now for 10 years this summer. So when you talked about a decade ago, the sustainability being put into place, that hit pretty close to home for me. But yeah, so been part of the program. I'm also on the consumer wealth management team, so similar to Mindy. So pretty quick, and I will turn it over next to Alyssa.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alyssa Katz, and I am a recent grad from UF. So I graduated last May, and I joined the bank this past August. So I'm currently a first-year analyst in the FMAP program, and I am on the team that provides the external reporting out to the regulatory agencies for the bank. So with that, I'll pass it over to Angie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angie Joe. I also graduated in May with Alyssa. And it's been 11 months for me at the bank, so almost a full year. I was also an intern at the bank, so I've kind of had various different roles. Currently, my manager is Mindy, so I'm on her team supporting GWIM client balances. And with that, I'll pass it to Mary.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Driscoll. I'm about to hit my 1-year anniversary working for the bank next month, so I'm really excited about that. I'm currently in the FMAP program right now, so I work in global banking and market sector doing balance sheet management.
All right. Did we capture everyone? I think we did. I didn't leave anybody out, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, let's jump into emerging technology. So emerging technology tools is a strong focus and push these days. So we have a handful of tools that we are continually trying to incorporate into our day-to-day reporting functions. So think of, and you've probably heard of things like Tableau and Alteryx and FactSet. Those are just to name a couple of them. The best part about this is, I would say about 4 years ago, the bank introduced these tools to the CFO or the finance organization with our very own FMAPs. So you have a group of FMAPs. We gave them these tools, these resources, and we said, go learn these tools, come back and teach us and share some tips on how we can implement these processes into our day-to-day reporting, help us create some more efficiencies, eliminate risk, reduce the time that it takes for reporting, and really just to spend more time doing the more interesting day-to-day work like the analysis. And Ashley's going to share some tips on professional development, having experience with some of these tools and how it is a good differentiator on your resume. But with that, I'm going to switch topics real quick and let this group know here. We are looking for strong leaders to come join us in this effort. So why do we recruit at UF for Bank of America? And it's not just because UF is the best and we have great talent that comes out of this school and who really thrives at our company. I mean, just look at this small group of successful professional female women that we brought here tonight. And this is just a couple of us. This is just a handful of us. So think about this when, and again, Ashley will go into more details on the actual FMAP program, but just think about this as you're looking for open roles. You can apply at Disney, you can apply at JP Morgan, you can apply in our risk department, or maybe our GT&O, which is our technology and operations department with Bank of America. But we are right here. We wish we could be in person. We have much more fun coming to campus and talking to all the students in person. And obviously the career fair, we actually really look forward to it every single year. We have a handful of significant opportunities that are ready for you. We do a really great job at the bank of recruiting, developing, and empowering our female talent, making Bank of America a great place to work. So, you know, we're all here tonight really to encourage you as young female leaders, help point you in the right direction, and just help answer any questions that you guys have tonight. So I'm going to pass that over to Ashley. She's going to share a little bit more about our FMAP program and also some helpful development tips. And then we'll open it up for Q&A. And we're a very easygoing group. So be ready to ask us any and all questions.
Yeah, thanks, Mindy. So when we come to these things, we like to talk a little bit about the program, but also really give some tips and tricks on the things that we are looking for. So when we do come to recruit for the FMAP program, you are already a step above and know exactly the things that we're looking at. So just to take it back a step, we've quoted the FMAP program a handful of times here. The FMAP program is the Finance Management Analyst Program. And what that is a 2-year rotational program coming out of college. Now, there is an internship as well. So there's the opportunity for an internship during the summer that you can kind of come in and get a feel for what's to come. But coming straight out of school, it's a 2-year rotational program. in the CFO organization. I really can't even get any more specific than that because the roles can be so different, so broad. It covers the entire CFO organization. So one role you maybe are focusing on, financial management, accounting. Another could be dedicated to corporate finance. Another could be internal treasury type functions. So it's very hard to say exactly what your day-to-day looks like. And that is one of the perks to a 2-year rotational program. One role you have during your first year is going to be completely different than the role you have during your second year. And that's to benefit you all so that you get those different experiences, get different skill sets, get different knowledge, all on top of being in this program that focuses too on development, networking. There's different aspects to this program that they have on the side to really make sure you're getting the most out of those first 2 years so that as you move into your post-program role, you have a very good idea of what it is you want to go into next. So that's a little bit of the background on what FMAP is and what you can kind of expect from that. I want to flip over to the other side, which is that professional development side on when we come to recruit for this program, what are some of the standout things that we look for? And I want to start first with the only thing that we're going to see and really know is a resume. So when we take a look at the resumes, we want to make sure we see your GPA, you have your name, your major. It flows very nicely. We can look down and see what you've been involved in. But the key to that also is when you've had the involvement. So one of the things that we look at is not only for, experience that you've had in different organizations, leadership that you've had in different organizations, but also the timeline that you've had along with that. Traditionally, I think coming into school, you come in your freshman year, you see what's out there, you see what options are out there, what you want to get involved in. Sophomore year, you start really getting involved and active, taking on that leadership role, your junior to senior year. And ideally, between your junior and senior year, you have a great internship and possibly an internship you love so much you get a full-time job offer from it when you go, when you finish it off that summer. But one of the things that really can set it apart is the summer between your sophomore and junior year. So when we look at the resumes and we see starting to get involvement, freshman, sophomore year, but maybe see some gap over the summertime, we may ask what you've done. What did you do that summer? How did you spend it? And ideally, a lot of people would like an internship to set them up for another internship. That's great. That's exactly what we'd like to see. Were you trying to get some type of an internship? But if not, work experience or on-campus experience, whatever it might be, but some type of way to show it may have just been a job. The example we like to give is I'm a lifeguard. So if you're a lifeguard for the summer, what did you do to set yourself apart from that being any other summer you were lifeguarding? Did you ask to lead the other lifeguards? Did you ask to hold the key at the end of the day to lock up? Where you can really look at that summer, even if it's not a traditional internship or your ideal internship, it's some type of experience that you got to show you went into something during the summer, you worked, you excelled at it, and you got some type of experience that you can talk to and share to say why you'd be great for that internship the following summer. So that's just a quick piece of advice we like to give. With that, of course, is taking advantage of all the different opportunities that you guys have on going through resumes and getting your resumes mocked up and going to mock interviews, getting all those jitters and those experiences out ahead of time so that you're fully prepared when you come to talk to us. You have the spiel ready to go. You know exactly what you want to tell us about yourself, and you know what questions you want to know also about us. So I think we've got a little bit of time here. I know it's kind of wanting to make sure we had enough time to get to the question portion of this. So with that, a little bit about the program, a little bit how to set you up, but what do you guys want to hear? So with that, I think we'll go ahead and open it up for some Q&A.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys have questions, you can either use the raise hand feature and then I'll call on you to unmute yourself, or you feel free to put your questions in the chat. I have a question just to get started while people are putting their hands up and stuff. For the internship, are you guys hiring for this summer or is that recruiting done?
So I'll hop in there. So when we typically recruit, well, no, it's not when we typically recruit. When we recruit in the springtime, we are recruiting typically freshman and sophomore for summer 2022 internships. So this year's summer class has been made, and it's super important for you all to know that not only the connections that you make in meetings like this, but also getting your application in as early as you can is super important. So our tentative application date for summer 2022 internships, as well as full-time opportunities for those seniors who are looking for full-time roles coming out, is July 1st. So I would go ahead and mark that date. It's somewhat of a general date for the 4 big banks: JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells, and I believe it's either Citi or Goldman. I can't remember which the other one was, but July 1st nonetheless for Bank of America. So there you go.
Cool. And then I also had another question kind of on the same topic. Are you looking for specific majors? I'm sure you guys love finance majors, but are you open to other majors?
I can answer that. So we look, we really focus more heavily on your finance and accounting majors, but we've had success with econ majors. Sometimes there's a business or marketing major that just really wows us, and maybe they went down a different path in college, but some of their internships show that they really want to focus on corporate finance. So to answer your question, more heavily weighted to finance and accounting majors, but definitely have had others throughout the years.
Cool. Good to know. And it looks like Maddie has a question. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you. So Mindy, I know you mentioned it earlier about, kind of getting into that work-life balance. What have you noticed or like valued in Bank of America specifically with that aspect?
So with having a child, being a working mom.
Yeah.
So to be completely honest, I was very skeptical on having children and being able to work. Of course, there's tons of people around me who are doing it. And as I look at them, I'm just, when I was younger, I'm like, I don't know how they can do it. I still, I be top talent on my team. I want to work hard and I want to be there and be around. And you just can't do that when you have a kid. I have to leave at 5 o'clock, we're working from home right now. So I have to step away at 5 o'clock and go pick up a kid from daycare and, come home and do bath time and dinner time and bedtime and all that kind of stuff. And so what I've usually found is like sometimes after, my daughter goes to bed, I have to log back in and just kind of clean up some things that maybe there was a meeting at 5 o'clock or there was just some communication back and forth from those couple of hours that I was out. But all of my skepticism has definitely gone out the window. My team has been fantastic about it. My worries were only on me. They weren't, it was all in my head versus what the company, they've done nothing but accommodate and help. They know I'm still going to get my work done and I'm still in, certain meetings that I want to be in. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's definitely hard and challenging, but it's 100% doable. And I have the support. To be completely honest, my manager and my senior level manager are both males. And they have, I always feel like they have my back. They know that I'm going to get it done. It just might not happen at 5 o'clock anymore.
Cool. Thank you. It looks like Madison has a question. Feel free to unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for speaking with us. I actually had a question. I had applied for the rising sophomore wealth management analyst position. And I was just wondering, when you're looking at people interested in wealth management, is there anything specific or unique you look for?
Hey, so I guess I'll take that one. I will say, I'm going to use, you all will probably hear the name Dave Reichley at some point in time if you're on the campus of Florida, but Dave would be famous for saying that we all pretty much want the same type of candidate, and that is a hardworking candidate, someone that's versatile, someone that knows how to roll with the punches, and someone who is a solutions-based type of individual. So that being said, these programs, just being flat honest with you all, are extremely competitive. I mean, we have roughly 45,000 applications and a little under 2,000 summer interns that came in. So I'm not the best math person. I might have to ask one of the CFO folks what percentage does that come out to, but it's extremely competitive. And so that being said, I don't know if there was any like one thing on an application that, you know, that someone would say definitely like a no. But I mean, when you start recruiting at, you know, schools like Florida, and you start throwing out other schools that are also competitive, I mean, that pool gets uber competitive. So I just really want to stress the importance of your network, which might be a later question, but making sure that you get in connected with Alyssa, with Ashley, with Mindy, with Angie, who's the other one, and Mary. It's super, super important when not only applying for those programs, but also for other programs as well. So if you do want to get connected with someone in the wealth management space, by all means, feel free to send me an email and I'll make that connection.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to add on that real quick because we use this example every once in a while, and Angie is going to hate me for it. But Angie has been talking to us at Career Fair since she was a freshman. She would stop by and say hi and keep in touch and make sure that we remember who Angie was. And so that's just kind of an example of what Rich was sharing is, you know, stay connected along the way. And so I always like to throw Angie's name out there. Sorry, Angie.
Yeah, definitely a great strategy. So it looks like we have time for one more question, and that's going to be Sharina.
Hi, I have a question about your company culture. I'm curious, like what kind of programs or I guess groups are that you guys have in your company?
That's probably a good one for all of us. So
I was like, there's so many.
Yeah. Do you want to
so
start
many.
and I'll add any that the group?
Yeah, well, we have so many different D&I groups all together. Really covers everything. There's a lead for women network as well, which I think everyone probably gets the emails and is a part of, just because it's a good network to stay updated with. The culture, like there's tons of different programs and different things you can get involved with, but the culture overall is, I think, very unique in and of itself. And that's one of the things I always said sold me when I did the internship to take the full-time offer, is everybody was so open. Everyone was willing to have a conversation with you. Everyone wanted to network with you. Everyone wanted to build each other up, that I could not imagine going anywhere else. I just felt like this was the right place to be based on the people and how the people were and how the people acted and how the people treated you. So besides all the programs, I wanted to hit on that one point, because when people say what sold you, I always say it was the culture at Bank of America.
Good point.
I think adding on to that, I can speak from personal experience. So I've only been at the bank since August, and I've become very involved in the Lead for Women Employee Network. So I'm actually an ambassador for that group, and similar to how you guys have these meetings, I have that in, my work environment, which is a great way to, really advocate and help promote events and internal events and programming for something I'm passionate about, which is building up other women. And then in addition to that, I'm also involved in our Employee Engagement and Inclusion Council, which is enterprise-wide. So I'm within the CFO group for that. So with that, I help, again, put on programming and put on initiatives throughout the entire bank to really help the learning work stream of that group. So I've really liked being able to see, how some of my involvement back at UF a year ago, how I can translate that. And I get to do that during my workday and, collaborate with really like-minded, smart people and learn from them as well. So those are kind of two of my personal experiences when it comes to the bank's culture. Even in this virtual environment, I still have not seen the inside of any of our buildings. I'm here in Charlotte, but I still feel that culture without having met anyone in person yet. So I think it's been a great opportunity and a great experience.
Yeah, I feel like I personally had such a great experience, especially with my internship. One of the major points that I had with my manager was not only my professional development of learning financial skills and Excel skills and those hard skills, but it was also, learning the courage of speaking up in meetings and finding my voice and learning when I can say things and how to build an acumen so you feel confident in a room full of senior, vice presidents to be able to speak on it, because it's a very intimidating, very scary thing. So having that network, having leaders who are there to help you, that's so important. And that was such a big thing that made me want to work for the bank full time.
Cool, amazing. Thank you guys so much. That's all the time that we have. I'm going to resend. I sent the the emails of everyone on the panel today in the chat. So feel free to reach out to them if you guys have extra questions or just want to connect with them. But thank you guys so much for coming. Teresa, feel free to take back over and do our final slides.
Amazing, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, Jeannie, take it away.
Okay, so I guess since it's the end of our semester together, this has become a very important thing to kind of wrap everything up. But as always, we always look forward for your feedback and invite you all to share your opinions and thoughts on how we can improve as an organization. We would love it if you guys can scan out our QR code and answer our survey below. We do look at every single response, and we do take every kind of opinion and thoughts into consideration in making our organization better. So we really appreciate it if you fill this out.
All right, that's it. Thank you everyone for coming. GBMs are going to resume next fall, which might be in person, might have a hybrid situation. Everything is still very much up in the air with vaccines becoming more widespread. So we'll keep you all updated on the Facebook, and we'll also see you at elections because you all should be there, and banquet. So yeah, bye everybody. Thank you for being here.